Does anyone know what this number represents?
Nope. No.
Well, many thoughts may come to mind, but in fact, it stands for the number of chemicals in cigarette smoke. Myself and everyone here can relate to a form of tobacco use, either be self-inflicting, used by a loved one, co-worker, friend, or associate. I have taken the time to research to inform you of the aspects in tobacco use. In discussing chemicals in tobacco, I will focus on three aspects. First, I will discuss why one may start using tobacco. Second, why it is addictive. And third, how this product leads to certain health problems, infections, severe diseases, and even death. So the question is, why do people initiate tobacco use? Well, there are many reasons one may start using tobacco. Normally, middle to high school students do it to fit in. Many teens initially start to be cool. Some even are looked down upon if they don't do bad things. In 2009, 19.5% of high school students and over 5% of middle school students were current smokers. Image is also another reason. Cigarettes are used as a way to be appealing and attractive to the opposite sex. And there's curiosity. Some people are curious as to what it tastes like, feels like, and even how they look while smoking cigarettes. Being around smokers and in a household with smokers, curiosity often strikes to try one and even out of boredom. Either try one and never try it again, or you fall into the trap and become addicted. Why are cigarettes so addicting? The answer is nicotine. Nicotine is the addictive drug in cigarettes. It is absorbed into the bloodstream when tobacco is smoked, inhaled, or chewed. Nicotine moves through the bloodstream quickly, where it circulates through the brain and reaches the brain in 8 seconds after the smoke is inhaled. Nicotine affects the entire body. Nicotine changes the heart rate and blood pressure. Also, the nerves that control respiration, and changes the breathing pattern. Nicotine molecules called acetylcholine, which affects the mood, appetite, and memory. Like heroin, cocaine, and marijuana, nicotine affects the brain pathways that control feelings of reward and pleasure. If someone continues to use nicotine again and again, the body develops a tolerance for it. When the body develops a tolerance, they need the cigarettes. They need the drug to get the same effect. Eventually, the person becomes addicted. Once addicted, it is extremely hard to quit. People that start before the age of 21 have a hard time quitting. They have less than 1 in 10 people that try to quit succeed. When nicotine addicts stop smoking, they go through a withdrawal process, which results in restlessness, hunger, depression, headaches, and more. Now that we have gone over why we start smoking and the main culprit in tobacco addiction, I will conclude by discussing the long-term outcome of tobacco use. There are health risks caused by the chemicals in tobacco products. Tobacco smoke has a mixture of carbon monoxide, tar, cyanide, formaldehyde, and ammonia, many of which are known carcinogens. Carcinogens is any substance that causes cancer. Carbon monoxide causes cardiovascular disease, and tar causes lung cancer, emphysema, and bronchitis. Smoking has many adverse reproductive and early childhood effects. Pregnant women has a higher risk of miscarriages, stillbirths, preterm delivery, infant with low birth weight, and sudden infant death syndrome. Tobacco affects the reproductive system and causes the lack of potency and infertility in men. Research shows that men who smoke have lower sperm count and the sperm that they do have trouble moving around and making it hard to conceive. Secondhand smoke causes about 50,000 deaths each year. Secondhand smoke consists of exhaled smoke and smoke that comes from the burning end of the cigarette. The causes are lung cancer, heart disease, respiratory problems, and infections that cause pneumonia and bronchitis. Each year, approximately 150,000 to 300,000 children under the age of 18 months has respiratory infections from secondhand smoke. Children that are exposed to secondhand smoke has a higher risk of sudden infant death syndrome, ear problems, and severe asthma. There are estimated 443,000 deaths each year from cigarette smoke. More deaths are caused by tobacco use than all other deaths by HIV, drug use, alcohol use, vehicle accidents, suicide, and murder combined. Nearly 8.6 million people have at least one serious illness caused by cigarette smoke in the U.S. Smoking causes an estimated of 90% of all lung cancer deaths in men and 80% of all lung cancer deaths in women. Given these facts, I hope that you are more aware of the long-term outcome in tobacco use. So today, I first discussed why people may start using tobacco. Second is the culprit of addiction, and lastly, the problems caused by tobacco use. I hope that you have a better understanding of the chemicals used in tobacco, and being aware means being prepared. Knowledge is the key to a healthy life.